So I forget, did I show you guys the cellar plants in a while? So I moved the I'm gonna say it's dichotoma or multifida down here for the winter time. Here's the gooseberry cuttings that I took. I dipped them in, I think it's Rutone, that purple goopy stuff, the rooting hormone. So rooting hormone, and then some just generic good potting mix. I think it's the one that has the frog on the front. It either has bird or bat guano or something in it. So I watered these a couple days ago. They're probably good for another month again, and then the hardy kiwi starts. Actually, I should probably put a little bit more water on because it's not coming out of the bottom yet. I've got a nice spider that lives on the lid of this waterproofing paint. Are you even alive, buddy? Oh, maybe he's dead. Oops. So things here that are rooting, and then just the overwintering sundew here, because I don't want it to hit as hard freeze as the stuff that's out in the garden, so I just have it down here. And we'll go outside. Here's the collection of jars that I was using for the slugs last spring when I had such a hard time. I think I'm gonna spread sluggo pellets around the garden maybe in a couple of months when more of the vegetation dies back, so it actually gets into all the nooks and crannies and not just sits on the leaves. Hopefully I don't have to use these again because that was a huge pain in the butt. And let's go outside. Ooh. Where there isn't all sorts of heater noise. Just bumped my head on the small clearance on the way up. So let me make sure this door is actually unlocked so I don't get locked out. Are you okay? Unlocked. Get the cobwebs off my camera phone here. I saw squirrels running around my gutters again this morning. I knocked on the window and then a little squirrel face peeked out at me, which isn't the best. Hopefully they haven't gotten in, or they had gotten in, what is it, a year ago now, a year and a half ago now, where I was climbing around in the attic trying to seal things off and clean it up around there. And I think that's where I caught that skin thing that I had last winter. So I am coming out here today because I want to count how many pots of dirt that I have that will be ready for planting the things that are showing up in the spring, including a couple of essentially fruit salad trees. There's a mixed mirabelle, and then there's like peach, plum, and a bunch of other stuff grafted on the same tree. So I'm gonna plant one of them into the crocus pot. So 1, 2. Does this have anything growing in it? Did I put seeds in here? Maybe not. 3. It says carrots. 4. I moved these pots down here in case I needed them. Hopefully I don't, because that'll be a problem in and of itself. Oh, and I put some cardboard down too. Somebody online had said, hey, why not, instead of the fabric, because the pumpkin roots can't get through it, why not try cardboard, because it just disappears after 6 months to kill off the weeds. So I took the few boxes that I have, and now I'm regretting everything that I brought down to the recycle center, right? The piles of boxes from all the stuff that I'd ordered over the last year. But I had a small amount, and then I moved some of these fruit bushes to on top of it. And they started seeping water too yesterday when I did that. So I'm wondering if Hopefully I didn't just kill the plants inside of them by removing them from direct contact with the wet ground, but it's 20 Fahrenheit right now, so I mean, at this point they're frozen solid, so it's a moot point, and I guess they'll sort of dig themselves into the ground via direct contact with this cardboard. Anyway, man, squirrels digging everywhere. Look at these holes. So does this one have anything other than strawberries? I don't see a tag, so 5, 6. This one has some carrots too. This is chicory. So So we're up to 6. You can tell that I was kicking the dirt around here with my boot, because this honeyberry actually had roots that was apparently shallowly spreading across the top when I moved it. So I moved it to the corner here where it can really dig in if it feels like it, and then kicked some dirt on top of it. Wait, I lost count already. I think that was 6. Rhubarb just hanging out over the winter. So 6. That'll be 7. More pots than I moved down. And I wanted to cover all of this with cardboard, but I didn't quite have enough. But I did manage to cover this stuff that has the most egregious of the grasses. And this one makes 8. And I think I have 8 plants coming. 2 sea berries, a replacement salmonberry, 2 fruit salad trees, a fig, and that might be it. Okay, maybe I have enough. So if I didn't have enough, I was gonna go to the garden center and go pick up bags of manure compost to fill these pots with today. And they load it into your car for you. So the only problem that I would have is getting it out of my car into the garden. And I was thinking, if I'm scheduled for surgery this upcoming week, so if the doctor's already gonna fix it in a couple of days, I can try my best to like lever the bags of dirt out of my car into my cart to haul down here and just unceremoniously dump in a pile probably right over there, and hope that I don't hurt myself worse. And the doctor's gonna fix it this upcoming week anyway, but the thought of doing that is super extra painful. So I think I have enough pots already set, and if some of the plants are smaller, some of those elderberries had died, right? So I think I have enough pots, so I don't have to kill myself doing that. So some of these pots I had ordered, and then the company sent them, and I guess they lost track of them, so they sent another set, and then I think they disappeared or something. So 2 for the price of 1, I guess, and now I have extra pots, which is okay. Maybe for a year and a half from now I can get some more things in pots. Maybe I'll tuck in another one here and there and more around the edges. Who knows? Well, it's a garden is not an endpoint, it's a process. I'm glad this passion fruit is still actually like green. I'm surprised. The North American one completely dead at this point. South American still holding up, and it has nice blooms, so I'm pleasantly surprised. Man, why do the squirrels keep digging here? Not cool. I put seeds in there, and everything's frozen now, so I can't even fix it. I put seeds in there for passion fruit hybrids to sprout up. I hope they aren't going after those. Well, that'll be on my list of things to do. The net over the garden ripped last year. Ooh, gotta switch hands. Hand is cold. The net over the garden ripped last year with all the weight of the snow and rain and everything, so I pulled it off for this winter, but now the squirrels have finally discovered here, so they keep digging everywhere. So, and I can't imagine this isn't from them, man. So I'm gonna have to put it back on in the spring once the threat of snow is past, so they stop digging everything up. I'm glad I put onions everywhere, so hopefully if they find some onions they realize, oh, this is not in fact tasty. So, oh, and somebody online was asking me about dandelions, so I took pictures for them yesterday, but we might as well look at them today while I still remember. Here's a regular North American yellow dandelion. I think it started out as one dandelion. It seems to have multiplied probably from seeds falling, but it grows nicely here. It sort of gets sunshine, sort of shade, so it gets nice and big and lots of leaves, and it doesn't burn up in the sun. Here's a patch of the pink ones. So this one is certainly a pink one. I think this might be a small pink dandelion, and there's one over here. I think this is it. So I've started more inside for that reason, because I want some more of them, and most of them didn't survive when I planted them out, like 2 years ago now? Wow, 1.5 years. And then here's those white ones, there, and there. I definitely didn't acclimate them. It frosted like 3 to 5 days after I put them out. I am surprised they're still doing okay, and great. And I think this radicchio is supposed to be good for light frosts. It's definitely heavy freezes for a while now, but they're still okay, seemingly, which is great. Maybe I'll have things to harvest really early in the year. You see those little red feathers? I don't know if it's from finches or the cardinals that come through here. Anyway, surgery this upcoming week. I don't know how often I'm gonna be able to do some vlogs afterwards. It all depends on how I feel, but I remember the last time I had back surgery, I was pretty much miserable and hating life for 2 weeks afterwards, so we'll see. I thought about maybe trying to film a bit this week, like a couple more, and then uploading them and having them set to upload time, but then I'd have to post them to the forums too, and I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do that, so we'll just leave it till later and see how things turn out. So there might not be a vlog for a couple of weeks, but I mean, you guys will survive. So will I. Okay, it's nice and chilly, and I didn't put a winter coat on, just a nice heavy sweater, so I'm gonna go back inside. Till next time, which might be February. Later.